guys. So I'm going to update you on where I'm at right now with my contest prep. I know it's been several months since my last phase, but we've been very busy obviously with shows and now getting ready for the North Americans. I think we're 9 days out now. So things have changed dramatically. So where I'm at with my diet right now, I'm doing basically 2 0 carb depletion days. And that's zero, literally about under 50 grams of carbs. And then on the third day, I'm carb loading, and I'll either carb load on my normal carbohydrate foods, rice, cream of rice, baby rice, cereal, etc., or I'll go out and refeed with my wife and go out to dinner at like a spaghetti restaurant or sushi or what have you. It just depends on how I look. So let's start off right now with my basic protein sources and my carbohydrate sources. And right now it's just chicken breast, grilled chicken breast. I got my grill to finally work, so I'm doing the grill. This is 99% ground turkey, and I actually cook it and saute it with onions, mushrooms, jalapenos, and other spices because it's pretty dry. And this is just wild caught cod, and I just use lemon and a special fish seasoning. And of course, I'm still doing egg whites. Moving on to my carbs. So before this phase, before I was doing the 2-day depletion, my normal carbs were just your basic jasmine rice. I got onto these new gluten-free rolled oats, and I've been using these only in about a half cup increment, which is about 33 grams of carbs. Of course, using my favorite sweetener, which is Truvia and ground cinnamon. And, you know, a lot of people don't use breads or whatever pre-contest, but Dave's Killer Bread is something that I use. It's high in fiber. It tastes very good. It's only 12 grams of carbs per slice. And I'll make chicken breast sandwiches, which is a good change. And I'll just use Dijon mustard, sriracha sauce, spinach, and 2 slices of bread, which is only 24 grams of carbs. And this is something I've been pretty happy about lately as far as a carb source. It's basically baby food, and it's either a banana rice cereal, or they also have an oatmeal, and it's pulverized. And it's basically granulated very fine, so the digestion and assimilation of the body, there's no GI distress. It absorbs very efficiently. I don't have any bloat. It tastes good too because the flavor, and even banana or apple banana, there's only 3 grams of sugar. For a 4th cup, it yields about 12 grams of carbs. So I could have a half cup of this and only have 24 grams of carbs, and it feels a little bit more satiating. And you can also add your whey protein isolate in it with Truvia and kind of have like a little paste. And actually, my wife actually turned me on to this one day. We were talking about cream of rice, and then they were out of it at the grocery store, so she's like, well, just try baby food. And it made perfect sense to me, because cream of rice is already great, and then it's pulverized even more for a baby's digestive tract, so it just made sense to me. Now I'm going to talk to you about some variables in my contest prep diet. And I do a lot of things maybe other people won't do, a little bit unorthodox, where other people cut certain things out. I actually include them in the diet to purposely retain water. What I mean by that is this stuff. If you're familiar with the Kernel seasonings, you know, they're obviously sodium, laden, etc., but they taste very good. I'll put them obviously all over my eggs. So that's not too bad, but these are what's interesting. So something like this is really cool. We just found these today. It's a yogurt, and it's made with whey concentrate, milk protein isolate, and there's, believe it or not, only 4 grams of carbs for a whole serving size. 1 gram of fat, 9 grams of pure protein. So on my low carb days and my depletion days, I can have a few of these. It's not going to hinder anything. And since it is dairy, technically people think you hold water on dairy. Well, if I can look dry on dairy, imagine once I cut these out, I'm going to be even drier. So that's a variable that I keep in basically the equation while I'm carb depleting, because I need sodium, I need stuff to hold water whenever I'm so glycogen depleted. Another thing that I'll use, which is kind of weird, hot dogs. 97% fat-free beef franks. For one hot dog, there's only 1 gram of fat, and there's 8 grams of protein, 45 calories, and they actually taste really good because I'm going to put my reduced sugar ketchup on there, and I have a horseradish garlic mustard. I'll dip them in there. It tastes phenomenal. It has a lot of sodium. Once again, I actually want to retain water so I can retain my strength and fullness whenever I'm carb deprived. So these are awesome. Also on my eggs, Cholula hot sauce. This is wonderful. I use this in combination, of course, with my bacon cheddar Kernel seasonings, and that does me well. So also, so I want to mention on my carb depletion days, whenever I go pretty much zero carbs, obviously to keep caloric intake up, to keep my fullness somewhat high and my muscle mass, you know, so I don't go catabolic, I incorporate some fats. My fat sources that I actually include is raw virgin coconut oil, which is, you know, 65% medium chain triglycerides, and of course an omega-3 whole egg. I'll do like 3 of these at a time. And one thing you want to do whenever you have these is either poach them or cook them very lightly so the yolk actually stays a little bit runny, because you don't want to overcook them, denature the nutrients, the lecithin, all the good things are in there. Then I'll have some steak. We have flank steak, filet mignon, and a top sirloin, and I'll implement those on my 0 carb days for energy source. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now during my prep, and it's working out very well. So the goal is on the 0 carb depletion days, I'm getting very depleted because I'm training twice a day. So I'm hitting a muscle group. For example, if we do legs, I'll do hamstrings in the morning, then I'll come back 10 to 12 hours later and do quads at night. And if you read my Facebook post, I kind of made a joke that I'm starting cardio. So I also do cardio now midday as well. Main purpose of that was basically to increase my cardiovascular, not so much to burn fat, but of course if I burn fat, and that's a plus, but just to get my heart healthy so I can endure my German volume training that I'm doing for squats. So I'm going to do 10 sets of 10 or maybe 15 sets of 10 for squats, 60-second breaks. So I need to condition my heart. So basically on the 0 carb days, the hormone glucagon's high, my insulin levels are low, catecholamines are high, all the fat burning catabolic agents are high, so I can burn any remaining fat that I have on my body. I'm doing everything in my power to protect the muscle tissue. I'm doing BCAAs during my training, Pepto Pro, etc. So far that's the plan, and you know, I'm feeling pretty good about it, and we'll keep you updated. North Americans is 9 days from today, and we're going to try to do maybe a video in the hotel, etc. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Something I actually forgot to mention in my variable section, my wife found this very amazing Cambodian peanut sauce. And when I first tasted it, I couldn't believe the actual nutrient facts. For 1 tablespoon, there's 5 calories, 0 fat, and 1 gram of carb. It's vinegar based, but it tastes amazing. It tastes like literal actual peanut sauce, like rich, fattening peanut sauce. So it's wonderful. It's found at an organic store called New Seasons. It's about $8.99 per bottle. I'll tell you what, pre-contest, it's definitely worth it.